Good evening and welcome to Capital News at 9:30. My name is Kulthum Mabad and first, the national news. The governments of Tanzania and the Republic of People of China have signed agreements on the 4th Joint Committee on Economic, Technical and Trade Cooperation. Here are the details.
The agreements were signed today by Minister for Finance, Honorable Mustafa Mkulo, and Chinese Deputy Minister for Commerce, Jiang Yangping, at a ceremony also attended by business stakeholders from the two countries. The Minister of Finance said the agreement signed was evidence of cementing close bilateral ties between the two governments and outlined the framework agreement covering communication and transport.
We signed the 3 agreements and 1 letter of intent. The 3 agreements, one is on, we call it independent security, a communication system for the army. This is one of the most advanced communication systems which has been offered by the Chinese government to the Ministry of Defense.
We believe that there are a lot of opportunities for future cooperation. In a moment, the business representatives from our two countries will have a business matching event. I'm confident that they will identify a lot of opportunities for further business cooperation. As mentioned by Minister Makolo and I,
Central Committee of the National Executive Committee of the ruling party Chama cha Mapinduzi CCM, led by its national chairman President Jakaya Kikwete, has begun its meeting in Dodoma. Here are the details.
At the start of the 2-day meeting, the party secretary for ideology and publicity, Nape Nyauwe, clarified on a wide range of reported issues facing the party. He told a news conference that the issues included the party's cleansing concept or shell removal, as well as reported division within the party.
The main opposition Chadema party intends to form a committee of leaders who will go to see President Jakaya Kikwete and present their party's proposal on the much-awaited proposed constitutional reform process. Here are the details.
At a news conference, Chadema chairman Freeman Mbowe said if the president will consider their ideas, they will participate in the process, but if he ignores them, they will go to the people. On the decision by the police to ban the party's demonstrations and public rallies, Mr. Mbowe said the move violated their basic and constitutional rights, as they have no other alternatives to reach the people other than through public rallies. He called on the force to lift the ban immediately. Commenting on remarks by some people that the party was violent, Chadema Secretary General Dr. Wilbrod Slaa said it was propaganda waged by people who do not want change and who are not affected by hardship now facing the poor.
Tanzania has called on African countries to initiate joint strategies to address challenges of poor transport, infrastructure and low participation of local contractors in infrastructure projects. Here are the details.
The challenge was made by Acting Arusha Regional Commissioner Engineer Raymond Mushi when opening the 5th Transportation Technology Transfer Conference in Africa.
In order to meet the challenges of inadequate funds for road maintenance and construction, the use of labor-based technology, especially on rural areas where labor is abundant for roads works, has been found to be viable and cost-effective. This approach provides employment to the people, thus contributes to the reduction of poverty, mostly in the rural areas. The Institute has conducted training to contractors, consultants, and technical staff of roads from local authorities.
The conference's theme is Developing Safe, Reliable and Sustainable Transportation Systems for Socio-Economic Development in Africa. It is being attended by more than 200 participants from Africa, the United States, Asia and Europe.
The National Bureau of Statistics, NBC, says preparations for population and housing census to be held in August next year have been completed by at least 80%. Here is more on the story.
However, speaking in Mbeya, NBS Director General Dr. Albina Chua said following pilot census survey, there were still some challenges which needed to be addressed for smooth implementation of the exercise. She said the census, the 5th since independence, will help provide availability of reliable statistics for development planning in the country. Pilot Census Commissioner Paul Kimiti said despite achievements recorded during the survey, low understanding of some people and poor infrastructure, particularly in rural areas, undermined expedition of the exercise.
A festival of 50 years of independence for civil society organizations has been launched with their umbrella, the Foundation for Civil Society, calling on its wings to play their role in serving the masses. Here are more details on the story.
This includes supporting capacity building for people to participate fully in debates of various issues in democracy and to make government accountable in the rule of law and good governance. Addressing representatives from more than 300 civil society organizations, the Foundation's Managing Director, John Ulanga, urged the groups to ensure people are involved fully in the constitutional reform process. Launching the festival, the Minister of State in the Prime Minister's Office, Investment and Empowerment, Dr. Mary Nagu, said in the constitutional reform debate, patriotism must be given priority as well as protection of natural resources.
A woman non-governmental organization has started a special program to provide training and working tools to village health attendants in Shinyanga Coast and Dodoma region to save lives of pregnant mothers delivering at home. This was revealed when the NGO Women's Dignity Project, or Utu Wanawake, handed over bicycles and mobile phones to 12 villages health attendants in Kisarawe District Coast region.
Women's Dignity has returned to this district of Kisarawe to conduct training for village health workers who were also initially trained by the district in order to provide them new skills and information on community mobilization, how to follow up with pregnant women, how to encourage women to give birth at health facilities, on the use of family planning, and on the collection and use of data on reproductive age population, especially pregnant women.
There have been complaints against village government leaders in Kigoma district alleged to be selling land to investors without observing procedures, regulation and rules stipulated under the Village Land Act of 1999. Here are the details.
The complaints were raised by people of Sunuka, Sigunga and Ilagala wards during a workshop organized by Roman Catholic Church Relief Agency, Caritas, to discuss land policy and Land Village Act. Caritas Land Coordinator in Kigoma region, John Mutundo, attributed unilateral land sale to lack of understanding among villagers and land policy and procedures, rules and regulations stipulated under the Village Land Act.
A network of farmers and poultry keepers in the Rift Valley of Arusha region known as Mviwaku has devised strategies to empower residents of the area to adopt commercial poultry farming. Here is the report.
The announcement was made by Mviwaku Chairman Samson Irangi when handing loans worth 10 million shillings to people of 4 wards under the network in Monduli district. He said that by early next year, several people in Mtowa Mbu, Islalei, Selela and Endaruka wards will increase the number of chickens to enable them enter into the high-demand poultry market.
And that is the end of national news. African news will follow after the break. End of African news. International news will follow after the break.